Good afternoon, everyone. Institute for Vision Rehabilitation, LVPEI Eye Institute. Welcome you all to the 81st PAVI meeting. Today, we have a very fascinating session ahead of us on the significance of yoga in daily activities that is led by Dr. Priti Sharma. But before we go into the session, we would like to take a moment to celebrate the birthdays of all our members who are celebrating their birthday this month. So can we have the birthday song, please, Vinay? Thank you, Vinay. Now, we'll be moving to our next session, the special talent session. We have our talented Miss Pravalika, who will be performing a song for us. Miss Pravalika, can you please go ahead?
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Pravalika, and I'm from 47th of IT batch. And I would like to thank you for giving me such a wonderful opportunity, sir. Thank you so much. I'm singing a song, an Annamaya Kirtana, Muddugare Yashoda. Muddugare Yashoda, Ngita Mutyamu Vidu, Titarani Mahimala Devaki Sutodo Muttugare Yashoda Mungita Mutyamu Vidu Titarani Mahimala Devaki Sutodo Muttugare Yashoda పంతలింత గొల్లెతల అరచేతి మాణిక్యము పంతమాడి కంసుని పాలివచము అంతలింత గొల్లెతల అరచేతి మాణిక్యము పంతమాడి కంసుని పాలివచము కాంతుల మూడు లోకాల గరుడ పచ్చ పూస చింతనమాలోనున్న చిన్ని కృష్ణుడు ఓ చింతనమాలోనున్న చిన్ని కృష్ణుడు ఓ చింతనమాలోనున్న చిన్ని కృష్ణుడు తుగారే యశోదా కాళింగుని తలలపై కప్పిన పుష్యరాగము ఏలేటి శ్రీ వెంకటాద్రి నీలము కాళింగుని తలలపై కప్పిన పుష్యరాగము ఏలేటి శ్రీ వెంకటాద్రి ఇంద్రనీలము పాలజల నిధిలోన మాయని దివ్యరత్నము బాలుని వలి తిరిగి పద్మనాభుడు ఓ బాలుని వలి తిరిగి పద్మనాభుడు ముత్తుగారే 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 యశోద ముంగిట ముత్యము వీడు తీర్థరాణి మహిమల దేవ దేవకీ సుతుడు. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Pravalika. Next, we'll have the main session. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Pavani to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Priti Sharma, to the forum.
Thank you, Karthik Garu. So good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you all for 81st PAVE meeting. Our topic for the today is importance of yoga for a visually challenged. How does it help us in our daily task? So by Dr. Priti Sharma. If I say about more, she's also a person with a disability, and she was running a center called Prana Yoga Therapy Center. So from last 2 years, she was running in online platform. She's the co-founder of Prana Yoga Center. I welcome you, ma'am, Dr. Priti Sharma, to take session on this topic. Ma'am, are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pauni, for your introduction. And I thank the Institute, LVPEI Institute, to invite me. So I thank the organizers. A little correction, Pauni, the center's name is Prana Yoga Therapy Center. Okay. So I'm happy to meet you all, everyone here. And so I want to know, first I want to ask you all, whoever are present here, what do you know about yoga? What do you know? What is yoga according to you? So audience, you can, interact, so, I can understand what are you looking for to this session.
Alt A for audio. Okay. Excuse me, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon, ma'am and friends.
Good afternoon. Yes.
My name is Jasprit Singhal. I am from Golden Palm, Deravasi, district Mahali. I am graduate in arts. I become diploma in domestic data entry and was the topper of my batch. Currently, I am preparing for shot put competition. Thank you.
So what do you know about yoga? What is yoga?
Yoga is good for our health and good for our mind. It is a very good activity. When I lived in Rishikesh, I attend classes of yoga and I enjoy it very much. I do regular exercise and meditation, and after attending yoga class, I start meditation, and I feel it is a good habit and it is very helpful for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Priti, Mr. Nagaraj has to say something. Yes, Mr. Nagaraj, please unmute yourself and say.
Yes. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
Ma'am, yoga means union, like it creates oneness in body, mind, emotion. Ma'am, it brings oneness in all aspects of our life. This
Very
is what
good. Very nice. Good answer. It seems you have studied yoga.
Yes, ma'am, a little bit.
Great. So, okay. Anybody else would like to add anything? Okay. So I have got lovely answers and
Hello,
more than
ma'am.
I expected. Yes, please.
This is Pravalika, ma'am.
Yes, Kavalika.
Ma'am, according to me, yoga is letting breathe reach each and every organ in our body properly.
Wonderful. Very good. So I am actually very happy, and the answers are much more than I have expected. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. So I'm asked to speak on the effects of yoga on the daily life, and as a visually challenged person. Okay, so now with a visually challenged person, what difficulties do you face in your daily life? So when you are living your life in the daily routine, where all do you face those difficulties?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, I face difficulty in when I read some books and I can't see my font, small alphabets, small font size, and I
Right.
use visual aid, a device for our visually challenged people, and
Yes.
I use visual aid while watching television and while reading a book. Visual aid helps me a lot.
Yeah, but okay, so you are able to see through the visual aid.
Yes, and I
Yeah.
use NVIDIA and JAWS while working on computer, and
Yes.
they help me lot of things to learn.
Right, right. So continuously you are hearing that mechanical voice through the JAWS and NVIDIA software, right? And you work for quite a few hours on this with the speaking software. Okay, so that's a good point. Anybody else?
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, please.
So I have restricted vision, like I have tunnel vision. So the biggest challenge I face is usually orientation, like suddenly I just turn. So it takes me a few seconds to actually be like, okay, the wall is right here, the door is right there. So orientation would be, and sometimes balance too, because I realize that vision is a really big part of balancing how you balance, like maybe a plate or a glass of water and even your body, like, so that are two areas.
Very good. Very nice. So number 2 is balance. Number 1 is a lot of speaking software being used and it causes effect on your auditory nerve, your ears. And continuous use of visual aid also makes your eye muscles tensed. Then the balance issue, orientation. What else? Anybody wants to say? Posture? Postural issues anybody is facing? Right? So there is a lot of things which you have to get adapted to when with vision impairment. So when you are visually impaired, so maybe a person is born blind or the person is a low vision. Later on, gradually the vision reduced and became very low. Like as she said, she has tunnel vision, and some people have really low vision. So as that progression happens of degeneration, so what happens is the person starts coming closer to the object and tries to see it, to make it more visible. So it's like a forward bend happens in the neck, in the upper back, the shoulders get tensed. So that's a natural reaction or response of the body when the person is losing the vision. And gradually, with a period of time, this affects the upper back, the neck muscles, and the posture also becomes kyphotic. That is, the upper back is like a hunchback. And here, your yoga postures can help you a lot. Yeah. Then your postural issues like maintaining the posture when you're sitting. So usually we have seen that our clients, who have been our clients in those classes when they are coming, they do not have a proper position to sit as well. So even with sitting position, what is happening is the back is not erect. The spine means the vertebral column, the back which is supported by this backbone. So backbone is not in its normal curvatures. It happens that it is either they are leaning onto one side, or maybe they are leaning forward, or the neck is bent, the neck is tilted. Some difference happens in the position. And sometimes they end up with a back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, tension in the neck. So these are the common issues which a person with blindness has. And you're more dependent on the sounds. You're more dependent on the sounds you hear. So you try to judge your environment, you try to move about using more of your sounds. And that happens with this loss of vision. Gradually your energies get directed to the sounds and the smells. So usually what happens is wherever you are more used to getting the sounds, the head tilts onto that side. So I had one client where the client was able to hear more with the left ear. So it was always the head was tilted more to the left side. So the client was trying to use the left ear more, and that's how the left side muscles of the neck were under tension, and there was a tilt in the neck. So that also we could correct with the yoga postures, with the yoga asanas. So yoga is such a science which works on all levels of the human body. So the levels of the human body, like we have the body level, that is physical, the mental level, the mental state, there is the emotional level, the intellectual level. Okay. So all these levels are being worked upon with the yoga practice. When the yoga practices are done, you do correct your body postures, your balancing is affected, and you can correct your balancing, you can control, you can enhance your walk, your gait improves, how you're walking. Okay? Using the white cane and walking, that also causes tension in your hand and the shoulders. And usually it happens if you are using the white cane in your right hand more frequently, or maybe your left hand, whatever hand you are used to, right hand or the left hand. So you are using the white cane in that hand, and your shoulder, that respective shoulder, gets tightened up, tensed. So you do end up having some pain in your hand or your shoulder. And especially if the cane is a heavy cane, then it happens more. Some of the canes are lightweight canes, some of the canes are heavy canes. So if a person is using a heavy cane, and it affects the shoulder more, and especially women who have a little weaker bones. So girls and women, they do get this type of pains when they are using heavy canes. So that is a postural issue. Then there are mental issues. You have the peer pressure when you are studying, you are a student, or maybe you're working. You have that pressure. So whatever you are studying or you are working, you have colleagues around you, you have students around you, your friends around. And even if you want to do something, you are somewhere, you need to do some adjustment. All those adjustments and this competitive world, all this makes you more stressed out. So here also your yoga practices, like your asana practice, your relaxation practices, your pranayams, like the breathing practices, they do help a lot when they are affecting your mental status. So there's a positive approach towards life when the yoga practices are being done. Intellectual level also, so the memory retention, the power of concentration, the focused approach, that is all improved. We have seen that when we have applied yoga in students, the efficiency, the study time, the attention span has improved. So to remain focused at one topic in studies for a little more time, maybe a few minutes more, and gradually increase the time and attention span in the focus and the study time has improved. The memory retention, the grasping, that also improves. The retention of whatever you have studied is much better when you are with the yoga practices, when you are doing the pranayams. It helps to improve those happy hormones in the body, which give a feeling of wellness. So whenever you do any exercise or form of yoga, any form of exercise or yoga, what happens is you have the body secreting some specific hormones, which are called as the happy hormones. You must have heard some of them, like, endorphins or dopamine, all these hormones, they are those named as the happy hormones. And these are very much responsible for your state of well-being, state of happiness, state of wellness, and energy levels. Okay, so when you are practicing yoga, these hormones are improved, there is improved circulation, and whichever part of the body is stagnant, you can activate that part of the body. You feel that yes, this is working on you. So intellectual level also your yoga helps. Then at the emotional level, okay, so there is a word called emotional intelligence. There is emotional intelligence. So when a person is emotionally disturbed, it affects all walks of life. Yeah. So when you are practicing yoga, your emotional intelligence improves. So it's a combination of emotions and intelligence. It should not happen that the emotions do empower your mind and your activities get hampered. It should be a balance between your emotions and your intelligence. So this emotionally intelligent people are actually those who have a balanced state of mental, emotional, and intellectual levels. So that's how the yoga practices do help a lot in your daily life, giving you a boost of energy, giving you balance in your work, in your entertainment, and your physical, mental, emotional status. That helps you to present yourself better socially, because as you know, you can present yourself in any way you want. There's a beautiful saying that smile and the world smiles with you, cry and you're alone. So if a person is locking oneself in one corner, or maybe there's a depression affecting that person, or maybe the person is not feeling like interacting with people because you feel that you are somewhere lacking behind somewhere. And if you present yourself like that, the world also perceives you like this. If you are showing confidence, you're showing your state of well-being, your happiness, and you can show that to the world also perceives you like this. So I'll give you the example of the sun. Like the sun itself is lighted, and that's why the sun can radiate light and energy all around. So if you yourself are a ball of happiness, you have that mental state of well-being, you can radiate the same feelings around you. So it's not a question of just being blind, but it's a question of looking the scene from the other side. That is, how well can you utilize the other four senses? There is a hidden potential in all the other four senses. Okay, so this is like to explore all the other four senses which the potential is not being used to that extent when a person is sighted. We have noticed this in many cases. When a person is sighted, you are depending more on the sight. Yes, of course, you have to depend on that. Okay, and even that nature has also allowed this to happen because the optic nerve, the nerve supplying information from the eyes to the brain, has covered a much larger area in the brain, and it supplies more information to the brain than the other four senses. But gradually, as this information from the eyes is lessened, or maybe it's not there, then you are tapping the other senses. You're tapping the potential of the other senses. You're depending on the information provided by the other senses, and you are much more aware about the information you're gathering from the other senses. So these five senses are the ones which give you information from your environment, and the other motor senses, the motor organs of your body, like your hands and your legs, your tongue. So how you are responding to the environment is done by these motor organs. Okay, so the collection of information from the world through the sense organs, even if it is less in one sense organ, you can utilize the other four senses to their full potential. So that potential you can tap and then find out through yoga. We have done quite a few workshops with sighted individuals, with people who have complete sight, and blindfolding them, just giving them that a little insight into this world where they blindfold themselves and they are on the yoga mat. They do the yoga practice, and they can find that this is something which they did not understand before. Recently we did a workshop in Vietnam. I did a workshop with sighted individuals, with yoga teachers, to make them understand this potential that they have. Everyone has the potential in every sense, and let us tap the hidden potential of the other four senses. And I got a feedback that they understood the yoga much better in this when they were blindfolded, as they could hear many times, they had ignored those instructions which were given, and they did not pay attention to the sounds. It was the attention was more on looking at things. So it was like external, but internally experiencing your own body, experiencing your own self. That was something which came out new in this session. So that was a thing where you can find out the strength of an individual. And that's how I would say every person with blindness or low vision also has this potential to understand his or her own self. And you can do much better, much more what you are doing. And there are some things happening with difficulties what you face adapting to the new changes, of adapting to the new technology, what is coming in your life. Nowadays technology is really advanced, and you can lead a much better and much near to normal life even with blindness. So as the first audience told me that they use the speaking software, which every blind person does, the speaking software called as JAWS, NVDA, and VoiceOver. So all these software, and people who are working in corporates, there are persons with blindness who are working in multinational companies at very good positions and doing wonderful jobs. And they are using the speaking software on their laptops or computers or iPad, MacBook, wherever. And it is like 8 to 10 hours they are continuously exposed to these sounds, which does affect the auditory nerve, which does affect the sound, the reception of the sound, the brain. And after the job, they feel like they want to be in silence and they want to just, not do anything, just not listen or maybe talk for some time, just give rest to the ears and give rest to the auditory nerve, to the brain. So that's fine. And we have also found in such cases that when we practice yoga, we practice pranayam, specific pranayams, like there is a Brahmari pranayam, there is a pranayam called as Brahmari, where you create that humming bee sound. That has helped to enhance the capacity of the auditory nerve. It has enhanced the strength, the immunity. Okay, so depending, which is related especially to the nervous system and the sensory, sorry, the hearing sense. So we have been doing this teaching online yoga when the COVID struck, and I think every practice, every job was done online. So the yoga practices were also done yoga. The classes were shifting to online ways. And that time I thought, why not give the yoga practices to our blind comrades as well? We should give them, the blind persons, with vision impairment, with blindness, we should give them the access to the yoga classes online. And that's how it made me think that I should prepare the yoga teachers who are sighted to do this. And we prepared a team of, say, about 15 to 20 teachers who really were enthusiastic about teaching yoga to the persons with blindness. And we got a tremendous, overwhelming response from all over the world. And still, this program is going on. We teach personalized, semi-personalized, and group classes for individuals with blindness and low vision. And it has given a very good result. We have a little feedback from a few participants. So those videos we can just show you. We can share with you how they are responding, how they have experienced our yoga sessions. So, Dr. Sharma, can we have those videos, please? Dr. Sharma, are you there?
Yes, I'm playing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Everyone is able to.
Just
Namaste, I'm Aparna Murthy, and in this video, you can see me performing Surya Namaskar. Prana Yoga Therapy Center has been instrumental in inculcating yoga into my daily life. I am a person with complete blindness. My instructor, Dr. Gargi, teaches me yoga online, and she keenly watches each and every body posture of mine and corrects wherever required. I have been doing yoga with Prana Yoga Therapy Center from Feb 2021.
So this is Aparna Murthy, who works in a bank, and she has been doing yoga, and she is very happy with the results. There is another person who is sharing the feedback.
Namaste, I'm.
So it's the same video.
This is Alok Kaushik. In this video, you can see me doing a sequence of cobra pose followed by cat and cow pose and the rabbit pose, and then repeating the same. I've been practicing yoga since February for over last 4 months or so, I have benefited a lot. I must say, my personal challenge was to be regular with the exercise, with physical activity, and the current situation of working from home and my vision impairment as well contributed to very low physical activity these days. And I also used to have lower back problem, and since I started practicing yoga regularly, I have definitely benefited. My back problem has reduced quite a bit, and in general, I feel stronger within my body and my stamina. So I would definitely recommend anybody listening to this to please practice it, start practicing it, and be regular with it. It has really helped me.
So this is Alok Kaushik, who is in London, and he was doing online sessions. He found benefit in the yoga practices, and very nicely he has continued. So this was a video just last year we have taken.
So now once both your legs and hips are touching the wall completely, make
So
sure
here we have Kameshwari,
between
who
your
is
legs,
performing the Sarvangasana, wherein they have to take the legs up.
your hands are
So
comfortable
it's
beside your
inversion posture.
What you have to do is, with the support of your wall, first listen that with the support of
The
your wall,
instructor is giving her
lift yourself
instructions.
up. While lifting yourself up, you will be supporting your hip joint with your hands, and slowly the hand will slide down from the lower back to the upper back. So very gently, with the support of the wall, try to lift your body up. Let the legs be on the wall, especially the heel part of the leg, yes. Let it be on the wall and try to lift yourself up, up, yes. Keep the support of your arms very much, yes. A little more.
So
Very nice.
Kameshwari is doing Sarvangasana, where she is lying down on the floor and the legs are on the wall, and she has raised herself up completely, lifting the hips up,
Yes,
and
per your
it's a
capacity.
shoulder stand actually.
Okay, and now
So
slowly,
this one, and Kameshwari is the one who passed out the exam of the Ayush Ministry Yoga Certification Board Level 3, and she came out with flying colors. She is a completely blind person working with a multinational company as well.
Very good, very good. Stay here as per your capacity. And at any moment you feel you want to come back, you can place your legs back on the wall and gently, very gently, vertebra by vertebra, you can come back.
मैं फोन कर दो तुला 5 मिनटात. मग तू किचन साफ कर ना फक्त.
Sir, can you mute yourself, please?
Very.
Yes. So thank you, sir. So these are a few examples of the persons who have done yoga. And Kameshwari and one more lady from Delhi, she was also there to pass out the yoga certification board exam set by Ayush Ministry. So that's how they can do.
Ajay has been video you want to show? Ajay?
Yeah, one more video is there. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, please.
So stand comfortably near the edge of the mat.
Yeah, so Ajay is doing Surya Namaskar, sun salutation.
Be straight. We'll start with Surya Namaskar.
Ajay is also completely blind and working with a multinational company.
Inhale and stretch your hands straight up and arch back. Exhale and bend forward from your hip joint such that your hands come beside your feet and you can micro bend your knees. Inhale and take the right leg behind. Right knee on the mat, left leg is at 90 degree, left knee. Now retain and take the left leg behind in the plank position such that your body gets parallel to the mat and you are on your palms and your feet. Okay. Now you exhale and come down in Ashtanga, your knees and chest and chin down, elbows near your body. Good. Inhale, slide forward, head and chest up. Good. Exhale. Now you push yourself up and back so that you make a mountain shape of the body and you are again on your palms and your heels are pressing on the mat. Your head is between the two hands. Very good. Now inhale again. Take your right leg forward so that your right foot comes in between the two hands and the left knee is touching the mat. Very good. Now exhale and take the left leg ahead again beside your right leg. Inhale, come up completely with your hand and arch back again. And exhale and come back to the Namaskar position. Yes, very good.
Yeah. So everyone, they have also learned the Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation, and it has definitely given them benefits in terms of health, in the physical level, stress management, and mental levels, emotional levels, everywhere. So there are a few things, everyone can do just every day. Some small things, a complete program can be done every day. And we have also online classes which are running every morning, maybe now at present 3 days a week, group classes going on. And our teachers, you already saw in the video that they are so specific in giving instructions, and they keep the video on, the camera is on, the teacher helps them to do the camera setting also. So the teacher can observe the client completely, very nicely, the student is visible, and then they teach giving specific instructions. So that was a for me, it is great happiness that we could deliver a good service to the society and to my blind friends. And everyone is very happy doing these sessions. So friends, any doubts you have, please come up. Pauni, I can see somebody raised hand. Is there some question?
Ma'am?
Hello.
Yes. Yeah.
Are there any questions from the members? Can you please?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, sure. Please come.
Everything which was done till now was wonderful and I loved it. Ma'am, may I know the name of the instructor who taught both Kameshwari ma'am and Ajay sir in these videos?
You could hear the sound of Dr. Khushbu. Dr.
Right.
Khushbu
Thank
Damani. She's a homeopath doctor. She's working with us since more than 4 years.
Thank you.
I want to join yoga classes. How can I join yoga classes?
You can contact me. My phone number you can get from the institute, or anybody can put in the chat box also. So you can contact me. I can arrange for your classes. We have these classes online going on. Actually, today's session was very short, so I could not arrange for anything, which we can do practically here in the class in this session.
What is the contact number?
Sorry? Repeat again.
The contact number.
My contact number. So, Pauni. Pauni is there, and the organizers, they can pass it on to you. Or should I tell you here now?
We will put it in the chat box. You all can take from the chat box.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Chat box. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
I actually had a doubt. Like yoga has a area, nature yoga, where people practice like I think candle watching. I don't know the exact name for it, and there are other exercises as well. But I'm not really sure which one of them are useful, because I'm losing vision. So straining my eyes can be dangerous to the point where they're not helpful, but they are causing more harm. So, are there any particular exercises that you have tried and tested which would help in strengthening my eye muscles?
Okay. So this is also one important point. Good, you brought it up. Usually what happens is people ask me same thing, will it improve my eyesight? Okay. So that is one question which I cannot answer, because even I am myself a blind person. I have lost my eyesight because of retinitis pigmentosa. So it was diagnosed in 2001, and gradually the degeneration went on. And by say about 2015, my sight was very, very less, say about 10% left. Okay. But the thing is that you as a human, you are also a human body. If you are focusing only on gaining the eyesight, that's what I found out in my life, that I'm running after something maybe which is not possible now. There is extensive research going on to bring in some remedy for this retinitis pigmentosa. But till date, we do not have anything promising. Okay, so I was losing on my present also. I'm losing my good time of my life running after something, like a mirage. So I tried my best. Of course, it was not that I just kept quiet. I tried my best. I went here and there to very good doctors. I went to experienced ophthalmologists and research centers. I went up till Europe and I tried to find out, everything. But then nothing was promising. What else they would do? They would just try to, keep my blood sample, do some DNA testing, do something. But then nothing was promising. Okay. And yoga gave me that upliftment, I would say. I was already into yoga since, I would say, 1992. Yeah. So yoga actually gave me that upliftment in my life, which made me stable, which made me strong, which made me accept things as they are, accept the situation and move on in life with a positive attitude. So that was the thing. So even if the eyesight comes back or doesn't come back, even if it improves or doesn't improve, at least let me have a quality life within myself. So that was the thing. Okay. But if you are having such a issue in your eye, such a medical condition in your eye, which is not being able to, improve, there is no remedy for it, or the remedy is not promising. So there are much more expert people who are working on that. Yeah. And we have other factors in my life also. So that stress and tension was causing more harm to my life rather than giving me any good.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like it's like living in a false hope and missing out on what you actually have, what you actually have right now.
So strengthening the eye muscles, yes, you can do something like there is a practice called as Tratak, where you watch the flame of a diya, not a candle, I would say, but oil lamp, and you keep on staring at that flame till you see that your eyes are watering. Okay, I tried that also, but that was also causing a strain in my eyes.
Yeah, that was very painful for me. I personally felt that way.
So you have to do it in some way. And there are some medical conditions of the eyes where you cannot even put pressure on the eyes. Okay, like glaucoma and all. So where the yoga postures like, inversions or the headstands, they cannot be done. Okay, so we have to be careful whenever I take a case, we take a case of person with blindness, we do check into the medical condition of that person. Everything is assessed and then we start with the program. So
That's
not to land up in any problem, any trouble, and the program should be at least risk. So that is the approach we have.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
awesome.
would tell you also that you can work on yourself, and do not have even your complete lifestyle you have to improve. Have a proper food which is enhancing your health in all aspects. Have a proper exercise schedule. Be a mental state should be happy. Always be calm and happy. And yoga does help in all that. So your breath work, your asana practice, as I told you, those hormones which are getting enhanced in your body when we do these practices. All this does help, and that multifaceted effect you will see.
Thank you so much for sharing. I also have retinitis pigmentosa, so I can connect a lot. And you're a beautiful person with an amazing energy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, my optic nerve is damaged. I am 40% visually challenged. And yoga helps me to improve my optic nerve.
Okay. So as far as I know, that I being a medical person, whenever the nerve tissue gets damaged, it does not regenerate. Okay, so in my case also there is a lot of attenuation, and optic nerve is almost, in a simple language, I would say it's dried up. So you can't really do much. And even in some Ayurveda remedies, Ayurveda doctor, Ayurveda remedies are there which are being tried over a person, but I would sadly say that there is not a promising effect. So maybe like 10% improvement you might find in terms of lubrication and dryness. So all this helps a little, not too much. And it is, of course, time consuming. So personally speaking and honestly speaking, I do not pay attention to that part of my eyes now. Okay, I have learned to live with the blindness. I have learned to live with the low vision. And gradually, as the degeneration happens, it's okay. I'm focusing on much better activities, and I'm leading a happy life. Okay. And one issue I found very good, effective is there is one problem called as dry eye syndrome. I don't know how many of you face that, or you have seen cases like that, where the eyeballs become dry, or this front part, the cornea is drying up, and it gives a very hurting feeling in the eye. It's a painful condition. There's a lot of sometimes infection happening on and off. And in that case, I have found that instilling the cow ghee or the coconut oil drops in the nostrils, when you sleep, that helps very nicely. Maybe just giving a light massage over your eyelashes with coconut oil, virgin coconut oil, has helped. And I was facing to this problem quite a few years back, but it was very bad for me. Only every remedy from the ophthalmologist was tried and nothing helped me. But ultimately, this Ayurveda remedy called as Nasyam helped me a lot. And whenever on and off, sometimes it crops up, I do use the same oil installation, and it helps me. So within 1 day, I find 50% relief. Within 2 days, I'm completely okay. So anybody having dry eye syndrome, you can try the Nasyam therapy very well. It works. Yes, friends.
Any more questions from the members? That was a wonderful and interactive session, Dr. Priti. The knowledge and guidance you have imparted will undoubtedly help members in leading healthier and more balanced life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. And now we move on to our next session. We have with us Mr. Reddy Sai, who would be sharing his experience on his association with LVPEI. Mr. Reddy Sai.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is N. Reddy Sai. I am from Tirupati, located in Andhra Pradesh. I have completed my graduation in civil engineering in 2017 passed out batch. I don't know how to handle the computer, and from here I came. The speak.
You can speak in Telugu.
Okay. In middle, not. యాక్చువల్గా నాకు కంప్యూటర్ వాడేది తెలియదు. ఈ డిసార్డర్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాక తెలిసింది. జాసు ఎన్విడి అంతా టీచర్స్ అనేది ట్రైన్ చేశారు. పావని అక్క, రామకృష్ణ సారు, అనుష్ సారు. ఇప్పుడైతే నాకు కొద్ది కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఉంది ఎట్లా హ్యాండిల్ చేయాలి కంప్యూటర్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Fine, Mr. Reddy Sai. And now we move on to our next session, special announcements from the Rehab Helpline, IVR. Pavani?
Thank you once again, Karthik Garu. So from helpline side, I would like to say we keep posting a newsletter articles every month related to visually impaired. So please, those who are really interested to know these articles, please share your WhatsApp number with us so that we will add you in our group. So every month we keep posting the articles, and we have a Facebook channel, Institute for Vision Rehabilitation, and YouTube channel. Please do subscribe and follow for the updates. And last month we inaugurated our assistive technology for the visual impaired, both for low vision and totally vision loss. We have different types of devices. Those who are interested to know in physically, all welcome to our center. So before coming to us, please contact to our helpline number. We keep posting you our number in this chat box. Yes. Can I request Vinay Garu to please post our rehab helpline email ID and contact number?
Yes, ma'am. I have shared the details.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Over to you, Karthik Garu.
Thank you, Pavani. On behalf of IVR, LV Prasad Institute, I would like to extend a heartfelt word of thanks to Dr. Priti Sharma for delivering an enlightening session on the significance of yoga in our daily activities and mental well-being. We truly appreciate the time and effort she has dedicated to sharing her knowledge and expertise with our members. I would also like to express our gratitude to all the members who have joined us today, and your active participation and eagerness to learn is what makes our community so vibrant and engaging. Lastly, a big thank you to Ms. Pravalika for mesmerizing us with your beautiful singing, and Mr. Reddy Sai for sharing your experience. Thank you all once again. Let us continue to learn, grow, and support each other on our journey to well-being. Before we end this session, may I request each and everyone to stand for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. Now we can disperse.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being with all of you.
Yeah, same here.
Thank you.